Um,
Welcome to Broccoli
hey
Condo.
everyone! Welcome to Broccoli Condo, or as we like to call it, Broccoli Laliet today, which is Broccoli Condo in Norwegian. Welcome. Yeah, I think that'll be a thing. We're going to learn Broccoli Condo in a bunch of different languages every week.
Here we
And
go.
maybe try and remember them by
Try.
the end. So when we go to those countries, we can say
Self-promo.
Broccoli Laliet. That's it.
Broccoli Elliot.
Yes. Well, welcome again to episode 2, new and improved, I hope.
We're hoping.
Yeah, slightly less new, but yes, improved.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And I think, yeah, we're still sorting through it all, but, you know,
We're
it's
gonna
hard.
make it work.
We have an outline this time, started by lovely Christine.
Thanks.
True.
I didn't hear what you said. Can you repeat that?
Yeah,
Thanks.
I said you started our outline.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo! We have an outline. We have things that we're going to talk about today.
Yes. Yes. But how are you guys this weeks, huh?
This was a pretty good week for me. And I did a lot of work, but I had 2 snow days. 2 snow
Wait,
days
you guys
with
got
no
snow?
snow. It was just ice.
Oh. Oh.
Just
Did
ice
you get snow,
and
Jordan?
no work.
People around me had snow days, but I did not. And no, it was
Huh.
for ice, not snow.
Lame.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I've been super cautious of ice because one time I came back from babysitting and I was like, it's a little icy out, but it'll be fine. And I was trying to pull onto the side of the road and my car just turned 90 degrees, so I was completely perpendicular with the road and I was blocking the
Wow.
whole road.
Nice.
Ooh,
I was like, I don't know what to do
that's
now.
scary though.
Except I had
Were
kitty
there
litter,
cars
so it was okay.
or no?
No, there was no
Were
cars.
there cars?
But if there were,
That's
they
good.
couldn't have gone by.
Yeah.
This isn't my story, but my dad once told me about a story in the snow, and he was like pulling out of the driveway of his girlfriend's house at the time, and the ice like made him cut into the her dad's car.
Ooh, good.
And he went down the whole driveway like scraping on the side of it.
Oh my gosh.
Needless to say, I don't think the relationship lasted much longer. That's all I know.
Only once is all it takes. And you never trust
Yeah.
ice again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, ice is scary, but
Be safe
it's
out
cloudy
there.
in LA today, so that's the closest thing I have to ice.
Wow, it's cloudy here too.
Great.
Yeah,
We're
same.
all
Cloudy days.
bonded by cloudiness.
That's nice. That's really nice, actually.
It is.
Mm.
We all look up at the same
Oh.
cloudy sky.
Yep. The same stars, the same moon, the same sun.
And clouds.
What a world.
Good one.
And clouds. So I think from the last and first podcast we did, we had a hot topic.
Ooh, a really hot topic.
Hot topic.
Dogs and their past lives. I think that's a topic
Yes,
that we
people.
really need to get into. Because personally, I think that I have some evidence that dogs had past lives. Because I think I said last time, my dog jumps and runs away and barks whenever there's like a birthday candle happening. And it's anytime
Yeah,
there's
fire, right?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think there's something there. That there's a reason that he's scared of that more than other dogs. So-
I have something to add to this.
Yeah.
Whenever water is going down the drain, my dog goes crazy.
Only down the drain, though?
Yeah, like when it gurgles.
Mm. Mm.
And when
But not
he
when
knows it's
coming out of
about
the
to
faucet.
happen too, not even right at the time.
Oh, that's a little freaky.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so your dogs in their past lives, what on earth could possibly have happened?
Bad things with fire and water.
Yeah, like, I think there must have been a waterfall that his friends died at, maybe. Or there was a dangerous waterfall
Yeah.
somewhere.
And so, I don't know
In
about
Puerto
you,
Rico.
but when I think of dogs in past lives, like, my immediate thought is dogs were dogs in their past lives.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
go there. I think of current life.
Oh, so
In
you said
past
Puerto
years.
Rico, right? Is your doggy
Yeah,
from Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it could be just puppy childhood
right.
Mm-hmm.
or
I see, yeah.
puppyhood.
I understand.
Puppy childhood.
Their past current life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Got it. I
Yeah.
see.
that's true. But
Yeah, that's
but
an
a quick
interesting point.
like, because after we talked about it and I looked it up on Google, there's like a lot of people who think that their dogs have had literal past lives,
Mm-hmm.
Like
and
humans.
that's not a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yes.
Well, if humans
And,
have
like-
past lives, then why wouldn't dogs?
No, I agree. I mean, I agree. Somebody said something about them being on the same like karmic level
yeah, I
as
found
humans.
a lot of interesting articles on the topic, but then as I went deeper into them, it all seemed like advertisements for people that can talk to your animals, supposedly.
Dog whisperers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, dog whisperers. And so I found one in particular. This was the first article that came up from Modern Dog Magazine, hashtag non-spawn. And they said that it would cost for a telephone session to talk to your dog between a half hour to an hour, costs between
Wait, on the
$53.
phone with
Yes.
the dog.
Yes, on the phone with the dog. Between $53 and $107. So if you really
$107,
want to be able
that's
to
a nice
communicate
number.
with your dog and you want to hear that from someone else, you can do it over the phone now. You can do it.
Weird. Well, we're
But
not
another thing
sponsored
that I...
by.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, it's fun. But another thing that I found was that a lot of these websites and people that are talking about this are thinking that, like you said, dogs are on the same like karmic scale or whatever as humans, and that dogs have had past lives as a bunch of other animals, and that we could have been dogs in our past lives. And I don't know, that's something that I hadn't really considered. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess that all
What do you
ties
think
down.
about that?
I mean, obviously, like reincarnation is not a thing that a lot of people believe in, I guess, but who knows really? How do we explain? That's the ultimate question.
Sorry.
Bless you. Was that a?
was a
that
cough.
no, that was a cough. That was a cough.
I had something in my throat for like the past 5 minutes. I was trying not to cough. Anyway, continue.
Man, I wonder what your past life made you cough.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a really good question, Kara.
Yeah,
Oh
I
wait,
think
not
so, too.
Kara. K9.
K9. Oh yeah, so
K9.
we were talking about giving each other code names for this
Oh,
podcast.
wow, what a
Since-
good segue right there, because canine, dogs, canine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Kara,
perfect. Yeah,
nice.
exactly. So mine, so like, I don't know. The code name is like Codename Kids Next Door. They have like a
Oh,
cool
yeah.
treehouse on
They're so good.
HQ, just like us in the
Mhm.
broccoli condo. So, mine when I was 9 years old was K9 because my first name starts with a K, and I was 9 years old, and I really like dogs, so it all made sense.
Appropriate.
So, but Christine, you didn't have one, right? You need one still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm in big time need of a code name.
Okay.
Hmm.
We'll brainstorm about that one because I don't know. We have to think about
I have no
right.
idea.
Because should your code names be self-assigned or
Yes.
is it like his?
I
Okay.
signed mine, so.
You think
Wait,
so?
what's yours again?
Strider.
Strider.
Alright, well, I might need some more time to think
Classic.
on this. I don't want to make any
Is
rash
that
decisions
that's
about
a
a
Lord of the
code name.
Rings reference, yeah.
I'm not going to explain my code name. I think that's
Okay.
Wow.
not
Well,
good.
I have one person who comes to mind when I think of Strider, and it's from Lord of the Rings. And then, all right, Christine, we'll work on yours.
All right, yeah. We'll
Well,
think
how about you
it.
be Sam the puppy, since that's what this. I have an article open about the dog past lives.
Yeah.
And Sam the puppy is on there.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sam the puppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't actually have to be Sam the puppy.
I mean, I'll think about it.
It's kind of a cute ring to it.
People call me Sam the puppy.
I think. Yeah. I think so.
You know, I think I'm gonna pass on that one. We'll think about it.
You can pass on it. That's fine. Yeah, that's a tough one. All right. If any of our gracious listeners have any ideas or guidance to choosing a code name for Christine, it'd be greatly
Yes,
appreciated.
I will take any help.
Can they
Any help that I
comment
can
on
get.
whatever? Can they comment?
Can you?
How do they
Yeah.
send in
Oh,
things?
SoundCloud,
You know-
comment. Leave us a comment on iTunes or
I think you
SoundCloud.
can comment on iTunes.
Or
yeah.
tweet at us
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
Broccoli Condo.
Yeah,
There
true.
you go. There's
Thanks.
our social media manager. Are we
Promo.
all social media managers?
I think so. We've all used social media. We all
Yeah.
manage
Yeah,
our
okay.
social media. So, yes.
We're joint managers. Are you opening doors, Christine?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I'm moving to a better location.
Opening doors into the world.
Okay, I've entered my better location.
Speaking of doors, I feel like you just brought up doors. I have to talk about the book I
The band?
finished
Woohoo.
called Exit West. And I don't remember the author's name, but BRB. Anyway, but it's a really good book. And it's about refugees who go through doors, and they're like transportation doors that bring them to other countries, but they don't always know what country it's going to be. So it's like a symbolic venture into like the lives of refugees that just like simplifies the actual getting from one place to another. So it's kind of really a good way to look at the plain and simple like humanity or like morality of it all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I do recommend.
Good book recommendation. I enjoy that.
Yes. I haven't read books in a long time, but
Oh, books are so good. When you finally get a chance to read one after a while, do you start to think about your life like you're reading a book a little bit? Like literary descriptions in your head about what's happening to you? Because that happens to me.
That's cool.
yeah.
That's like a movie that
Yeah.
is called Stranger Than Fiction.
Whoa.
I think I don't ever think of it as like. I do think of it as describing my life in a book, but for me it's more. That's what I want to write down than like, you know what I mean? Like I think of it as, man, if I really committed to writing, that's what I would write about.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel after a movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll see life as a movie and movie as life in the end.
I think
Jordan-
movies are better. If I'm going to read a book, I want to learn something.
Hmm.
Do you like
Well-
nonfiction or?
I guess.
Well, don't you think there's something to be learned from fiction books too? Even if
Like
they're not
morals
teaching
and
you
stuff?
factual. No, not necessarily. But it's really interesting to learn about, I guess, how people think. Because you're inside the head of
Who?
a
The
character.
author?
Well, that too. Both character and author. Mostly author,
For example,
I guess, because they're
which
thinking.
this, I was gonna bring up Twilight for a second
Do it.
because we were gonna
Let's
go
get on with
into a
it.
little debate about that, and we're already on the media topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, Christine, go for it.
Absolutely. So I found a tweet this week on Twitter, and I thought it would bring
Wait.
up a good point to talk about. And so, okay.
By the way.
So here it is. How do you think Stephenie Meyers feels knowing that someone else's trash, based on her trash, made it bigger? I have to know. And that's an interesting point for me, because it brings up the point, was 50 Shades of Grey bigger than the Twilight Saga? And I don't know if that's the case. What do you think? Cultural impact, money-wise, how much it actually brought in. I don't know. What do you think?
Thinking. Well, okay. I could look all this up right now, but box office wise, I think the Twilight series, I thought, made more than 50 Shades.
I think it deserves to.
But at least,
I agree. But
yeah.
I feel like
culturally, in the cultural context,
bigger impact,
I think,
for sure.
Yeah, well, yes, I think so too. Because Twilight also had all the, more things like that kids buy, like toys or like coloring books. Like I've seen those. So like in general, the more I guess,
I feel
it's more
like
accessible to everyone.
I think it has more of a culture around it too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's more difficult for me to tell what the cultural impact was of Twilight, because I was in the target audience for it at the time when it came out, so I was part of that bubble.
We all were.
But
yeah.
you are
yeah,
for
right.
this one too now.
Yeah.
Right?
But I feel like it's different because now we're a part of the adult demographic as well. Does that make any sense?
Right, which is the target audience.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel
Wait,
like...
for Twilight or 50 Shades?
50 Shades.
Which, yeah, right. I think 50 Shades brought something interesting to the table because of the fact it was kind of loosely inspired from the series. Like, what other series has achieved such mainstream success?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was inspired by Twilight?
Literally, right? I think so.
It was.
Yeah, I think it started as like a fan fiction. I think that's why this is the debates come up. Because Stephenie Meyer created a world, and what's the author of 50 Shades? Do you remember?
No, I have no clue. But that person...
That's why it's interesting.
Built on that world, or intended to.
Yeah, and it brought the kind of fan fiction, like, smut, as they call it, to the mainstream world. E.L. James is the author of 50 Shades.
So, could 50 Shades then be considered a part of Twilight's cultural impact? Then, I guess.
Right, I think that's
by
what
extension.
the tweet was
Yeah,
saying.
that's true. Yeah, I would say yeah. So that in itself means that Twilight.
So that pretty much negates the whole argument.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, a bit. I think
all right,
done.
trash, done. The tweet was trash.
What's that called?
Done.
On Mythbusters? What do they say?
Busted.
Oh, here, look, I'm looking at...
Confirmed. Plausible.
Myth?
Yeah, here, I just looked it up
Busted.
when I looked up the author real quick, though. On Wikipedia, it says, the erotic romance novel by British author E.L. James, originally a Twilight fan fiction with Christian Grey as a non-vampire Edward and Anastasia Steele as Bella Swan. So...
Incredible.
It is kind of incredible. And props to all the fan fiction writers out there who make their worlds come true. You never know. E.L. James has made it possible.
Yep.
You can do it. So
don't put a ceiling on your dreams.
Don't put a ceiling on your dreams.
I love Tyler Joseph. That's a quote from him. The end.
Weekly Tyler Joseph quote.
That's not loosely, that's verbatim.
No, she said weekly.
Oh, weekly. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, weekly quote from Tyler Joseph. Can we just do like 10 of those per week?
Nope.
Okay.
No. Hard pass.
Okay. That was a good discussion. Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. And now, since we're talking about 21 Pilots, or Tyler Joseph. I just need everyone here to know 21 Pilots is a big part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of our lives, I hope, but
Yeah, I think so.
Bless you.
I have Tyler Joseph quotes on my wall, so very inspiring, man. Okay, moving on. Elon Musk, though.
Oh, Elon Musk.
Because
Now that's an inspiring person.
that is an inspiring person. And I didn't watch the launch
Me neither.
this week,
No.
It's
but
still
I watched it on YouTube after.
Right, okay, good. It's all there.
Now, I'm a little
Yeah.
behind on all of this because all I know is that there's a car in space and that apparently there's an astronaut inside it.
Yeah.
And
it's
something
not a
landed.
human.
Okay, it's not a human there.
No. It's a
And something
dummy
landed?
named Starman in
Okay.
an astronaut suit.
Okay, good. Did something land on Earth?
Yeah, the parts that helped the rocket launch landed.
Okay.
The two side ones did, but the core missed
Oh, okay.
and landed into the ocean.
But the two side ones, they landed, like, safely?
They
Yeah,
like
safely back on the
simultaneously
launch
So
pad.
they can
Yeah,
be
it was amazing.
reused again?
Correct.
Yeah, that's really
That's his whole
Yeah.
thing. Make everything reusable. So it costs less.
So I saw something interesting, a point that was brought up that if they keep having test launches like this, is that going to have a negative impact on the environment?
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so what are the pros and cons here?
Pro, space exploration and eventual multi-planetary life. Con, environment pollution for Earth.
Yeah, and another pro or plus to that is like testing it enough so when you put people up there, they don't all die.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
So you gotta find a balance, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you can't keep testing without some kind of fruitful like information
Right.
coming out of it. But we also don't want to. We don't want to rush that kind of stuff.
You don't want to not try,
Yeah.
but yeah, interesting.
There was, I think it was like a Radio Lab piece that I listened to on. They like interviewed this woman from NASA, and she and her team were a part of identifying space debris, like debris in the atmosphere.
Mm.
So that way, when we launch stuff, they don't launch it like into another satellite or into another piece of equipment that's already up there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And it was interesting because she basically said they have a handle on like a certain number of large space objects, but not the rest of like the maybe millions of smaller pieces of debris.
Mhm.
That's stuff that can happen through like natural space things, but also from pieces of our like pieces of dust from our shuttles and whatnot, because anything, even something so small, can literally like break into the hull of a spacecraft
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and like lead to its demise
That's
real quick.
crazy.
So it was like they seemed like they were kind of confident that they weren't going to hit stuff whenever they launched things, but they like weren't totally
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So
Because how can you really know, you know?
Like
The
when
more
planes
space travel-
hit geese.
Yeah. Yeah, when planes hit geese.
And then
how do
they-
you-
Have a nice crash landing in the Hudson River.
yeah.
So the more space travel we do, the more dangerous it is. Basically.
Yeah.
And the safer at the same time.
Yeah.
Because then more we know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's one of those things, yeah. Anyway. That's so cool. That's so cool. I just, what a guy.
True.
What a guy.
What a guy.
If you haven't seen it, listeners, go to spacex.com and watch those things.
Is there a
They're
live
pretty
stream
neato
still?
to watch.
Is that a
No,
live stream
it
for
was
Starman?
live streamed for 4 hours, and then he left that orbit and is in the asteroid belt.
Oh, speaking of space stuff, though, I went to the Los Angeles Science Center last weekend, and I watched this Hubble telescope IMAX movie. It was in 3D. It was really cool. And they had all this, like, great, like, 4K, like, footage of, like, astronauts fixing parts of the telescope with, like, the Earth in the background. Like, don't know how you could say that's fake to all you flat earthers out there, but there it is.
Yeah.
So is there a camera crew in space?
Yeah, there was a camera crew in space. I think they did the 3D part after, which I actually learned about through a friend about how they do that.
That's
but I can talk about that
insane.
later.
Oh.
But yeah, they had
Wow.
a camera crew in space, and the camera like attached to the outside of the spacecraft,
Oh,
so you can
wow.
actually like look at it. And then they had this really cool stuff like they're like, here's what Hubble looks at, and then they'd like zoom you in 3D like through the universe
Ooh.
and tell you how fast you're speeding along, and then be like, man, look at this nebula. It was so cool. And then
That's awesome.
it was great. And I think it's finishing up there now. But and Leonardo DiCaprio narrated it. So very enjoyable.
I had an
So is it-
experience similar to that,
Yeah.
but not at all similar to that.
Okay.
When I went to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and there was an Avatar ride, and yeah, it was like you were on another planet, riding on a thingamajig. I haven't seen the Avatar movie except for part of it at your house, so I don't quite know what they're called.
Oh, was
but-
that time did my dad go on and on about
Yeah.
the projector?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I imagine that was similar to 4K. I don't know technical terms, but it was pretty incredible 3D technology, and I felt like I was there in space.
That's
Anyway,
cool.
continue.
I know, I gotta check that out though.
Yeah, it's the coolest. Like, I feel like virtual reality has reached a new peak because it was so surreal to see that versus the rides that were there like 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's incredible how, like, I guess immersive they can make it now. Really cool.
That is cool. Yeah.
I only remember the orange one, where you go through an orange field, like in an airplane, and you smell oranges. I don't know where that is, though. But
Me
that's like
neither.
virtual reality. That's the only
Immersive.
kind I've seen, yeah.
Nice. Smell some
I don't
orange
know which
fields.
one that is. I don't know.
Hmm.
Who knows? Not me.
I feel like it was in New York, but that doesn't quite make sense.
Smell some orange fields in New York.
That sounds good. Oh, I
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
went to an orange field recently, though. Did I tell you that?
No.
I was in Piru, California. It's like an hour north of Los Angeles, and we were filming like around there. And literally like on a orange orchard.
Mm.
Oranges everywhere. Oranges, and they had other kinds of greens.
Did you eat them?
No, I held one though.
Did you
I
take
just
it
thought it'd be
home?
weird. I didn't really want to walk over there and eat one and like grab one and eat one.
But did you keep it?
No.
Why?
I know what face Jordan's making at me right now.
Why?
What did you do with it after you held it? You
I-
put it back on the
Well, I
ground?
picked it up from the ground and held it.
Uh-huh. And then you put it back on the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't relate to that.
I just can't. Who can't
Who
relate?
can relate?
Woo.
Woo.
Yeah, no. I mean, you're right. It was just, I don't know. Felt weird taking it. And it was hot out. I didn't have a place to put it. Like, put it in my shirt. That's all I got.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll take you there someday.
Good.
Good.
Great.
I picked some oranges from trees in Arizona 2 months ago.
Nice. That's pretty exciting.
And I brought them home on the airplane, and then I ate them, and they weren't Very delicious. They were sour or the lemons.
Really?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they weren't ripe enough, or I guess
Very not ripe
very
enough.
not ripe enough.
Just
remember-
yesterday,
Oh, go for it, Christine.
I picked some oranges from the grocery store, and they're pretty ripe. I enjoyed them.
What a visceral experience. True.
Who could relate?
Who can relate?
Whew.
I can.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
There was when Jordan and I came back from Canada,
Ooh.
we had clementines that the guy made us throw away. Because I was too honest with him, and I told him that we had clementines when he asked if I had fruit.
Oh, bad choice.
And even though they're from the U.S. and we brought them into Canada and then brought them back, they worry about like like bacteria or like little animals, little things that can live in the oranges and then get moved here.
And it was just on oranges because the apples were fine,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, I wonder why.
It was a very sad time. I was very sad.
I feel like worms
there
are
were a
more
lot.
likely to be in apples than oranges, right?
Right? Yeah. I don't
Well,
I don't know. That's
classically
probably
in
a worm
cartoons and
stereotype, though.
Classically, maybe not scientifically, but
Yeah.
yeah, we had so many. I was so looking forward to them. Yeah.
R.I.P. Clementines.
R.I.P. Clementines. The guy was nice though, the Border Patrol guy.
Mhm.
And since we're talking about borders now, I feel like I have to talk about that one time going into Canada.
In Portal.
Basically,
North Dakota.
in a couple years ago, Jordan and I drove into Canada, and we drove back. So we drove across the country and went up into Canada, like Saskatchewan, through Portal, North Dakota, and that was a whole journey because it's so in the middle of nowhere. We get up to the Border Patrol. There's nobody there. It's deserted. And we stop and we wait for a patrol officer to come. He finally comes, and he asks us 3 questions, and lets us go. And that was it. And then we got lost on the way, and we weren't going to use our phones because of data. And then Jordan was great, and I was stressing out. And then Jordan played.
Oh yeah, that was so for a long time.
Yeah.
Very long time.
Yeah.
Many
whole day.
hours
That was
on
the
a dust
longest day
road
we
with
had.
nothing around.
Yeah, that was the longest
That's
day we
freaky.
had. And I was
Ooh, I don't
paranoid
like
about
that.
running out of gas, and went to a gas station, and they work differently than they do in the U.S. there, where they give you different options and different. You basically pick a cost, or a maximum cost of how much gas you want, and then it will fill up accordingly. So it's not like here where you just put the gas pump in and it will
that's
charge
weird.
you. So I was freaked out at first because I was uh-oh, I don't know how to use this. We literally went to one gas station and then I went out and I was I don't think it's working, and I got back in the car and we walked away. And then there was a storm coming. That was the other thing. There was
Ooh,
a
yeah,
storm.
strangers kept warning us about the storm that was coming.
There's
Yeah.
nothing scarier than being in the middle of nowhere. No,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
And they were there's going to be hail. And at one gas station, they were talking about their crops and how they were in for a terrible time with their crops because of the storm.
What a world. Whoa.
And then this one lady was if you see shelter, get under it because of hail. And we driving in the middle of nowhere. There's no shelter anywhere. And then
Open road.
Jordan puts on Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then that made it better because then it was an adventure that could
Yes,
lead to our
everything
certain
was
death,
adventure.
but it was an adventure. Anyway.
But it's okay if it's an adventure.
Yeah.
Death is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's that. Those are our border stories. Anyway. Yeah. Do you... Yeah.
It's all fun and games until you get pummeled by hail.
Yeah. Which did
Yeah.
eventually happen
Good
on
thing
that
we-
trip, but...
Yeah, but not there.
Not
Not there.
anymore.
Yeah. What a time. Anyway. How did the Super Bowl pool stuff go with you, Christine?
Oh, woohoo! I won nothing.
Great.
I was very
Oops.
happy that the Eagles won. However, I personally only won the satisfaction that the Eagles had won.
Did you get
I
anything,
did enjoy
Jordan?
it, though.
Were you in a pool, Jordan?
Oh yeah, I won big time. I won $5 for the halftime and then $10 for final score.
Woo, woo, woo! Big time gains.
Mm-hmm.
That's really exciting.
Right now I only have
Congratulations.
10 because my brother hasn't paid me yet, but that's okay. I know where he lives.
Yeah, that was a fun.
There were
fun
only
game.
3 people in the pool too, so they're pretty good odds
Yeah, I would say.
of me winning.
But you won more than everyone else.
Yeah, everyone else won 0. I won
Nice.
it all.
You won all. That's really
All.
exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats. Yeah, I went to a party and it was fun.
Oh,
But that's all.
Nice.
And I really
what kind of food
enjoyed-
did you eat?
Oh, they had some like sandwiches, like subs, and I ate a lot of cheese puffs, cheese puff balls,
Oh, good. Good.
which in my childhood I used to call Pokey G balls, like Pokemon cheese balls, even though they weren't Pokemon. I don't know why. It was just like when I was
Pokey
playing
Chi
Pokemon.
balls?
When I was playing Pokemon,
sounds
that
like
was
you.
a go-to snack. So they were Pokey Chi balls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will endorse that. I think that's a good name for them.
Yeah. I just
good
don't tell
time to
people
eat
in
cheese.
public anymore. But
A good time
but
to
Well,
eat
this
cheese
is a
balls.
safe space
it is
for you
a
to
safe
share
space.
that information.
Yeah, for sure. What did you guys eat?
Buffalo chicken dip.
Ooh, just a dip?
Because, yeah, well, and tortilla chips, but that's the only appropriate food to eat during a football game.
Is
The only,
that's the only one?
yeah, only the Super Bowl, though, because that's the only football game that I watch.
Okay.
So.
Same. I mean, same.
I don't know. I feel like that's a very, like, commercial football food.
Mm-hmm.
I endorse it.
Yeah.
I very
you're
much
right.
endorse it.
What are your opinions on the Doritos chips? Those.
The Lady Doritos?
Yeah.
I've only seen people talk about it. I haven't seen
Yeah,
actual
right.
ads for it.
Okay.
Only seen people
So I
talk
don't know.
about it. I think it's really funny and really out of touch if it's real.
I think
Yeah.
it is real. I
The
saw
word
an ad
I wanna-
for it.
I want to
There's
know
an
what the
ad, there's a
reasoning
Super
is
Bowl ad
behind
for
it.
it.
There was a Super Bowl ad for it.
Yeah.
Was
Super
there?
Bowl?
Yeah.
Super Bowl? Yeah.
Super Bowl?
I missed that one.
I
Yeah,
don't know,
so
it's just kinda
hold
funny.
on. Yeah, I want to know what the rationale is. Like, what was the supposed need for this product, and why is it out there? It must be filling some need if they've made it, but I don't know what it is. Is it?
I think they're smaller bags so women can put them in their purses.
And they're less
In
crunchy.
Yeah, they're
Dishes
less
so
crunchy.
How does that work?
I don't know. I don't
Are
know.
they-
I don't know.
Thinner?
I feel like I wouldn't want a chip if it was less crunchy. The crunch is
No.
satisfaction.
Well, I wonder if it also doesn't leave your fingers orange.
Oh well, that would
Like
be
all the seasoning is baked in.
that would be kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good concept. I like that.
Oh wait, is it not real? Hold up.
Oh, is it not real?
Let me see. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. I don't actually know.
Okay, we'll follow up on that.
It might be fake. But where's All right. We'll address that next week.
Yeah. There will be follow up on this
Yeah.
hot
will be
topic.
follow-up. Because cuz my mom and I even talked about it and she was like, "That's so funny." Whatever. Okay. Okay. We're gonna figure that out. All right. Anyway, moving on away from that. I didn't want to bring that up, but
You didn't want to?
but
Why
related,
not?
because relatable content, everyone has an opinion on it.
Okay.
Good relatable content.
Yeah. Oh, I have a story to tell you that I think you guys
Yes.
would appreciate. Because this was an interesting thing that happened today. I was making toast for breakfast this morning. And
Yeah.
I had 2 slices left. One was very thin and one was very thick.
Do you slice it yourself? Thick?
No. But it was like a farmer's market-y sourdough bread. So somebody
Okay.
sliced it, not a machine.
Gotcha.
And I went for the thicker piece and didn't know how to make sure, because I freeze my bread because I don't eat a lot of it. So
Mm-hmm.
how do you put it in the toaster and give it enough time to thaw all the way through, but also toast it properly without burning the outside?
Okay, hold on. Here's my first thing. If you freeze your bread, does it have water in it?
I mean, no.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, sometimes if you don't do it enough, it gets soggy, so I guess technically yes.
Yeah, so if you have frozen bread with water in it and you put it in your toaster, can't that, like, ruin the toaster or something? I don't know.
What? No,
No.
It doesn't have that much that it drips.
Well, if it's a really thick piece.
It evaporates.
It's not like
I don't know,
like when
I
you
just
take
like
it
to
out,
think
it's
about
not
the
like a
toaster blowing up.
watery- It's not like an ice cube toast. It's like just a hard toast.
Okay.
You know,
I
hard
I
and
really,
cold.
I like the idea of the toaster blowing up, but that's just me.
Okay, even if there is water in the toaster, it doesn't blow up.
I mean, something will happen. Something
would
electrical
need a
and
lot
bad
of
will
water.
happen.
Should we try? No.
Test it out.
Oh, I almost won a toaster at a raffle. Oh, did I tell you that? Yeah, I did.
I don't know.
Go
that.
back to
Tell-
last
This
tell
time.
the
close.
story.
When I was at the chili contest,
Yeah.
there
Oh,
was
yeah.
a raffle. Yeah, and I almost won a toaster, but I did.
Oh,
So if I did
That must
win
have
it,
been
then
such
I
a
could have tried
letdown.
it with water. And exploded.
Good for
Wait,
her.
I just realized Christine, you're talking about a vertical toaster, and I'm thinking of a toaster oven.
oh
Because
yeah.
I've never
thinking
had a
about-
vertical toaster.
Oh, I'm talking toaster oven too. I don't have a vertical
Yeah.
toaster
Oh,
either.
see,
Toaster
I
oven.
can't relate to toaster ovens. I only have vertical toasters. There's
What
like
do you
hot
do?
coils in there.
What do you do when you want to toast other stuff?
You
like
don't.
pizza.
You put it in the oven, the real oven.
That's so much like
What do,
empty heated space.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only know a toaster. I don't
You
know
gotta
a
be like
toaster
my
oven.
parents. They have the convertible toaster oven with vertical toaster slots in the top.
What?
That's way too
Oh, that's
fancy.
amazing.
It's serious. I'm serious. They love it.
Yeah, I bet. That sounds like the best of all
Right?
worlds.
Maybe. Yeah. You know what? Let's change our lives around. Let's get those toasters.
No thanks.
Jordan is. Are you complete? Are you?
Why are you
complete
so
toaster
against
oven?
vertical?
Yeah. Why, Jordan?
Why are you so
I mean,
against vertical
they're
toaster slots?
Not as versatile. Like, what? Why do you need one if you have a toaster oven? It does the same thing, but with
Evenly
more room.
toast both sides.
Yeah. So does a toaster oven. Heating elements on top and bottom.
I don't relate to that at all.
It's the same thing as a toaster, but bigger.
And flat.
No.
Right, horizontal.
I don't know. I just like the toast popping out of the toaster.
Okay.
Okay, then that's a
And then
step.
you know
I
it's
guess
never
good,
gonna burn.
Yeah, it's a good reason.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Satisfying.
And you never leave it in too long because it just pops out itself.
That's not true, though. You can't leave it in too long. But I guess.
Yeah, you can't tell if it's
Thank
gone
you.
too far in a toaster because you can't see it. But in a toaster oven, you can watch it.
True.
Yeah.
Saved.
Saved.
Put it on your saved list. Toasters. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Anyway, that was my story.
Oh wait,
Nice.
so what happened to your toast? Did it toast too much or
Well,
not
okay,
enough?
so I like left it on broil for like 5 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
And then because I didn't want to, yeah, I just didn't want it to like be so hot like it usually is to like flash toast it, you know?
I'm pretty sure broiling is hotter than toasting, isn't it?
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know.
Broiling
Is
is
it?
max.
Well, it
Okay.
turned out fine,
Okay.
and it wasn't too burnt.
Nice.
But that's my story.
Yeah. Good toast story.
Thank you. Also, I'm
Nice.
now out of eggs because I ate them all this morning. So. Also,
It's a
I have
sad
to go to the
time when
library
you eat all
later.
your eggs.
Yeah. I have to return some books to the library.
Get some new ones.
Turn some videotapes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'll get some new ones too. Yeah. True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Life is funny.
Olympic Games. Olympic Games.
Yeah.
Here's the
I haven't
thing.
watched
watched?
any.
Bad choice for both of you. The
I
Olympic
watched
Games.
I'm not bad.
Oh,
choice.
you have?
Only me.
Yes, you're a good choice. You are a bad choice, K9. Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't watch the opening ceremonies.
Bad choice.
Was it good? How were the flags? Did
Uh-huh.
anything interesting happen?
There was a lot of fire, which was fun.
Oh, that is fun.
Yeah. The torch lighting happened,
Mhm.
and then there was even more fire.
So it sounds like a good time all around.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like your dog would be afraid of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good callback.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks so much.
So, I did not watch the opening ceremonies, but I did watch an hour and a half of curling on Thursday.
That's a lot of curling.
That's a lot of curling. And I think I'm starting to understand the intricacies of the sport. But every time I think that I understand things, I just get really distracted because of the scrubbing sounds.
Yeah.
And they're really funny to me, and I really enjoy them. And then sometimes, like, you know how there's, like, tennis noises, like tennis sounds? There's curling noises, too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Like
And-
grunting? Grunting?
Yeah, absolutely. But
There's a lot of yelling to each other, too.
uh-huh.
Mm.
But I think it's a much more intricate sport than people give it credit for. And I enjoy curling, and I will be following up on it the entire time I'm watching the Olympics.
Mm. Good.
I am waiting.
I'm
sorry, yes?
I was disappointed in their uniforms this time, because a few years ago they had really fun plaid pants,
Ooh,
Mm.
yeah.
and I was expecting more plaid. Didn't get it.
That is a little disappointing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Plaid is good.
What is your favorite of the sliding sports? The luge,
Luge.
the skeleton.
It's a skeleton. Oops. I don't know
Skeleton
what that
is when you slide on your stomach face first, 80 miles an hour down a pipe, and you try not to die. That's personally my favorite.
BRB Googling.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
And then there's
There's another one.
bobsled.
Yeah, bobsledding.
Mm.
All
I
of the
would-
sliding sports.
I would do luge, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my favorite.
That one you use your feet, right?
Yeah.
Don't you use your feet to steer.
Uh-huh.
Your toes.
Toes to steer. How fun is
Mhm.
that?
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. I
That's,
had like a Olympics PlayStation game once
Oh.
back in the day. And
Oh, yeah?
I liked luge on that one. That was fun.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My cousin had Wii Olympic sports,
Oh.
and I got pretty good at speed skating.
Ooh.
Not gonna brag too much about it though.
Okay.
I liked the jumpy skating on Wii Fit.
Jumpy skating.
Yeah, like the hill. Is that slalom?
You mean skiing?
Yep, that's what I meant.
Jumping skating.
Anyway.
Now I have a good visual
It's not
of that right
alpine.
now. Jumping skating.
Yeah.
Well, they do that. That's a thing. Jumping skating.
I was like, do you mean just figure skating? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. That snow. I miss snow. That's cool though.
I like the skiing where it's basically just like a marathon race and they're all on level ground, but they're skiing.
Yeah. The really long one, right?
Uh-huh. Cross country, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also trick flips are pretty sweet too.
Yeah, it's all really cool.
Do they do flips in skiing?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
When they go off the ramp thing.
Oh,
They do
I
like
thought that
a-
was just snowboarding.
No, I think they have skiing.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wait.
They do
Oh,
for
you're
skiing,
right.
too.
The jump. Yeah, that's jumping. That's what I meant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was the Wii Fit one that I liked.
That's different
Ski jumping.
than slalom. Oh,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
okay. Those are very different, I think.
Okay, opinion time. What is better, the Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics?
Winter.
Thank you.
I like gymnastics a lot, though. So
Same, but I think skating makes up for it.
I don't know why gymnastics is a Summer Olympic sport.
because it's not a winter one.
It feels more winter to me.
Wow. Good answer.
I mean, what are there winter indoors ones? You know what I mean?
It's all indoors. Gymnastics is
gymnastics.
indoors.
No, I'm
indoors.
saying in the Winter Olympics. Like,
Are
are
there
there
indoor
indoor
sports?
ones that don't have to be in snow?
Yeah, they have volleyball.
Because that's a winter
In the
one?
winter.
Uh-huh.
I know. I
For
know
real?
they have it in the summer, too. But
Indoor volleyball. Isn't that a winter one? I thought it was.
Nope.
here,
That's
wait, I'm
summer.
looking.
They have
Bobsleigh,
indoor
curling.
and
Let's go down.
outdoor in summer.
I think
Because
they're
I
all
thought-
mostly...
I thought there were ones that didn't have to be winter time.
I don't know, but who has the answer? Not me. We're gonna
Google.
We're
find
gonna
out.
follow up on that. Saved.
Saved. Because my initial Google search doesn't look like it has anything other than icy stuff.
Okay, we'll see.
But I
Saved.
like speed skating though. Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about speed skating. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'll watch later today, this weekend
Good.
maybe.
Good,
No.
good, good.
That would be a good thing to do. Yeah. What else happened? What else happened this week though?
I don't know. I was
The
too
Olympics
busy
started.
waiting at home, not working.
You're not working right now?
No, this week when it was icy, I was not
Oh,
working.
I was gonna say, I
doing
was like,
nothing.
okay, cool. That's good though. Snow days.
Here's another topical reference
Hmm.
of something that happened this week. Kylie Jenner had a baby.
This week or like before?
Yes. This past week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was very interesting in case you don't know what happened. She didn't have any pictures or statements or evidence that she was pregnant until, boom, here's a baby. So there were a lot of rumors, which led me and a lot of other people to believe that perhaps she would be a surrogate mother for Kim Kardashian's baby that she also just had. But now, since that didn't turn out to be the case, I think it's really fun that they're going to have cousins that are basically the same age as each other.
Good for them.
The end. I don't know anything
Congrats.
about the Kardashians. I just wanted to bring up a topical reference.
Okay.
Topical conversation that nobody wants to
We
talk
can
about.
check that off.
Yeah.
Checked.
That's actually what I wrote in the outline.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
hashtag topical, hashtag conversation that nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job with that.
Yeah.
All right, check that one off. You're right.
Oh, here. I didn't watch a James McAvoy movie this week. Sad face. But that's it. Sad face forever.
Sad face. But we
I
all
guess I
do
have to
know
start.
more of his movies that we could talk about.
That's true. Split. We saw Split together.
For example.
Yeah, we all saw Split together.
Yeah. We drank
That was a good time.
nice ices that day.
Ooh, such
Yeah.
nice ices.
And
We
we
all
had
had a
3
different
different
color
colored
of
tongues.
icy.
Yeah. It was
A good day.
That was a lot of icy to drink.
It was, and it was also January in Connecticut. So it was very cold.
Yeah. That was a good movie though. He was great in that. I mean,
Yeah.
My favorite
Oh,
part
yeah.
is when he had bloody teeth.
Bloody teeth?
yeah.
Yeah. That's always a good thing.
Yeah. That was I liked whenever he was
I'm just kidding, that's not my favorite.
Oh.
It's close though.
I just liked when he played the kid.
Yeah, same. That's what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
memorable.
everything, it just felt really real.
Yeah.
Everything that he did felt
It
real.
wasn't somebody you knew, right? Was involved in that.
Yeah, a professor that I had consulted on the film to talk about what it was like to treat patients that had that specific type of disorder, but in the real world.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I was
Especially.
so happy to learn that it was going to be part of like a bigger movie universe type thing with Unbreakable.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen Split, spoiler. Whoops.
Yeah.
Well, that's not. I mean, I actually
Yep,
didn't know
it's
that.
a spoiler.
Okay, it's a spoiler. Okay.
Yeah, it's a spoiler. You can cut that out if you want.
Nah.
But anyway, so I think M. Night Shyamalan has finished filming the next one.
Yeah, is it finished?
I think he finished
It's
filming
finished
it,
writing,
and he's in the
but finished filming, yeah.
he's in the editing
Wait,
process
Glass?
right now. Glass, yeah,
That's a sequel?
yeah, it's connected.
Oh, crap.
It's not a sequel, but it's a
Yeah,
In
same
the same universe?
world.
I did not
Yeah,
know
same
that.
world.
Okay, that's
And
cool.
the lead
I
girl
didn't know
from
that.
Split is going to be in it.
Oh, cool. Okay, that completely missed my brain of knowledge.
Yeah, it's connected.
But I follow him on
Isn't
Twitter,
that
so I
exciting?
see a lot of his updates
Oh, yeah.
that are inspiring
Good.
all the time. He's
Yeah, I really like following him on Twitter because
Yeah.
he keeps us updated on what's going on.
like, yeah.
I
And he
don't know,
was
I feel like
I remember one, he said, "It's so exhilarating to write finales."
yeah,
And I was like, well,
yeah,
someday
he'll-
maybe I will achieve that level of excitement when it comes to writing finales, because I don't know how to write a finale. That's so
Yeah.
cool. So cool.
Yeah,
Inspiring,
it's-
man.
I don't see a lot of accounts from people that are doing creative stuff where they're like, I'm writing page 120
Yeah.
of the script right now.
Especially not
Just
Tyler
keeping you
Joseph.
updated. Haha.
Especially not.
We haven't seen any recent pictures of him, have we? It's
No.
been since
It's like
approximately
hiatus
the
day
summer.
219 or something.
Are you following a hiatus count? on Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we have gotten those pictures of Josh recently, which, wow.
Yeah. Good
But
time.
his glasses hide his eyebrows, according to Doritos.
Yeah,
so.
enough of that.
Apparently that's a massive issue.
Yeah.
No eyebrows, I don't care.
Someday they'll return.
Okay.
Someday
Return more.
the eyebrows will return. Oh,
Maybe
I
they're
did
trying
watch,
to wait until most people forget about them.
You know,
How could anyone?
Huh?
yeah. How could anyone? I mean, we won't. That's whatever.
Yeah. But they got incredibly big on the radio, so maybe they're trying to
Oh, I
wait
thought you
until
were
that
talking
dies
about his
down.
eyebrows.
Oh,
That's what
gosh.
people forget about his eyebrows.
How
could
could
anyone
people
forget
forget about his eyebrows?
About those eyebrows. Never.
Wait, I watched Logan Lucky finally. With Adam Driver, and I mean, he's the one I care most about.
Yeah.
But other good people in there too, like Channing Tatum. Anyway,
And how was it?
it was great. It was actually very good and funny.
And funny.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, it was good. But I recommend Saved for all you.
Big time saved.
Big
Brr.
time saved. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Movies. Gotta watch some more. Alright, well I guess before we go, should we talk about that one time we stole street signs? And then
Do we
end
have
on
enough
that?
time for that?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. I think we'll just do it. That's cool.
Alright.
Story time. One time.
Story time. One
Jordan
time
used to
we
take
took some
walks. He
street
used to take
signs
walks.
from our college.
Jordan, you'd walk around campus and stuff, right?
Yeah, like all the time. I would just walk around everywhere in the woods. Have some nice solo adventures. And one time when I was walking behind the athletic fields,
Near some dumpsters.
yeah, behind all the dumpsters, there was a pile of abandoned street and parking and other signs.
Yeah. So
And then,
you were like, we should go. So we did one night.
We went to the planetarium, and afterwards we decided tonight is a good time to take some street signs. Hashtag not clickbait. And so we went over there in the dark, in our darkest clothing, so as not to be noticed. And we went to the athletic fields, and we saw the street signs. And under the cover of darkness, we took about, 5 giant metallic,
5 or 6.
light reflecting signs.
yeah, they were pretty big.
Yeah, and we had to take them into the well-lit parking lot. And across the parking lot, we saw some maintenance trucks. There were definitely people in the parking lot.
Yeah.
So I thought that the best bet was to put these giant reflecting signs under my shirt. And that kind of worked, but it kind of looked more conspicuous than just holding the signs.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, though, we got away with it, and I have some of them in this apartment to this day.
Yep.
Saved.
And then we went to the diner after that.
Oh, yeah. Got some hollow French toast.
I have no idea what I got.
That's the only thing that you should get at the diner.
I also just remember, because they also had, back there with the signs, they had campus trash cans and benches. And I was like, man, I just want a trash can in the apartment. I'm just going to take a campus trash can. But they're like huge metal frames. I was like,
Yeah.
dream someday. Someday dream to just throw a big public park trash can in my house.
Yeah,
But
that's a good dream. That's
Yeah,
the
thanks.
life.
Thanks.
When you did have a trash can in your apartment, you put it outside. So what's your real take on trash cans?
What's
What's your hot
take?
take on trash cans?
Yeah, trash is bad.
Uh-huh.
Trash cans outside
I forgot about this controversy.
are
Whew.
better. Saved.
Trash is bad. Saved.
Trash is bad. That's a good topic to talk about.
Yeah, good topic to end on. Trash is bad.
Yeah.
The end.
Trash is bad.
Anyway, kids, trash is bad.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for
Thank
listening.
you very much for listening. I
Um,
appreciate everyone.
Yes, I too appreciate everyone. And thanks for listening to our second episode. I hope it's a more pleasurable listening experience than the first one.
Yeah.
Doubtful.
I hope so as well.
But, but
And I think it will keep getting better
I think so too.
as
Yeah.
well.
So thanks for bearing with us. And long live the broccoli condo.
Long
And
live
long live
the
broccoli
broccoli
laliet. Again, in
Broccoli
Norwegian, don't forget.
laliet.
Broccoli
Yeah.
laliet.
Uh-huh.
And
Thank you,
go
Norway.
eat some blueberry pancake.
Mm-hmm.
That's blueberry pancakes. That's bad blueberry pancakes in Norwegian. But that actually sounds like a good
It's all
Saturday
bad.
thing. I'm not going to try it again.
Alright, thanks, y'all.
Thanks. See you next
Bye.
time. I mean,
Peace.
but not actually see you. Hear you next time.
Yeah, you'll hear us next time.
Peace.
Outro music. Bye.
Bye.